initiation that Swamiji showered on all of us.
I think every single person here is just totally blissed out with this amazing darshan that we all just had. Such a royal darshan. So, so beautiful. And I see everywhere, it's like all the Zooms are just flooded with how beautiful Swamiji was looking today. Like, no words, right? Absolutely no words for this style and this extreme grace. Wow. Malita's visit was too beautiful. Ma Swamiji was wearing the most beautiful attire. Ma Basti never does. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I see everywhere, wherever I'm clicking, actually, there are multiple Zoom rooms. Everywhere, I just see the same messages. How Ma Shambhuva has posted saying that's just lovely. And everywhere, I see the messages of how stunning today's darshan was. I request all of you to take a few minutes and please go to Facebook and share. Ma Swati, I know we are not able to express into words. It's just flooding the chat with emojis. It is so, so beautiful. Take a moment and share on Facebook. Tag Swamiji and share. How was it for you? When you experienced the darshan, how was it? How was the experience? What did you enjoy the most? Take a few minutes and share. Wow. I see so many more messages just flooding in. Take a few minutes. All these messages, I request all of you to go to the Facebook and share it there. Please go to Facebook and please share it there. Make sure to tag Swamiji and share how beautiful it was today for you. Come on, take a few minutes. Now, as all of you are posting, now let's all enter into the power manifestation. Nothing more is needed. Just enjoy today's darshan. That's it. Like, just connect with Swamiji. Today's, wow, what a form, what a darshan. Just connect with this form of Swamiji. That's all. You don't need to do a separate uh, process, separate technique, nothing needed. Just remember Swamiji. And we're actually going to do a very interesting round now. We're going to do a live scan. We're actually going to show you a house. We're going to show you a picture and you're going to connect with Swamiji. Means just remember today's darshan. That's it. Like you don't need anything else. Just connect with Swamiji by remembering today's darshan and ask Swamiji to reveal to you the details. We are going to ask you place by place within that house, and we are going to have a virtual tour within that house. As you scan and tell your answers, we are going to go into that house and verify it. So it's going to be quite interesting. So stay tuned here. And I request every one of you to sit and manifest. Do not miss out. The power manifestation right after darshan is too important for you to be able to have a breakthrough in the power manifestation itself. Let's get started. Are all of you ready? Wonderful. So now we are going to be beginning. Please sit straight. Yes. I hope now all of you are able to see the house. So this is the house that you are going to be scanning. I request all the participants to just connect with Swamiji. And it's very simple. It's going to be very, very easy because we are not going to do anything here. You're just going to be connecting with Swamiji. Swamiji is going to be revealing to you in detail.
So take a few minutes. Now, what all of you are going to be doing is you're going to be scanning not the full house. Let's enter into area by area, right? So this is a random house that we have picked up, and we request all of you to connect to Swamiji and scan the exact entrance of the house. How does the right as soon as you enter into the house? How does it look like? What does it look like? Please take a few minutes. We request every one of you to connect to Swamiji. Chant the Mahavakya. Just remember this form of Swamiji in the most beautiful, the most blissful way that Swamiji appeared in a darshan for all of us. Connect to Swamiji and scan whatever you're seeing through the third eye. Let us take a few minutes and I request everyone to start describing. Chant the Mahavakya. Whatever Swamiji is describing to you, just write it down. Do not worry about whether it's right, wrong. Now, actually, whatever you're seeing, how the entrance of the house is, start with writing with that. You will actually see very beautifully how the whole power manifestation beautifully happens. Swamiji will reveal to you. You just connect to Swamiji intensely. Whatever is the detail that's coming to you.
Whatever is coming to you, it might be the color of the house, the entrance, how exactly is it looking, what's the kind of furniture you're seeing, or is there anything else that you're seeing specifically? Go into detail. You can even describe the kind of flooring that is there, describe the colors that is there in the entrance. How exactly is it? Take a few minutes. I request every single participant to please go now. Just connect to Swamiji and please start posting here. Like literally, virtually, you're going to be traveling here and you're going to be identifying what is the detail. Whatever Swamiji shows to you in your third eye, start writing it. Please start now. All of you write it down. Swamiji will just reveal to you exactly, you'll be able to see. See, sometimes you may even see something like a reference image. Maybe you will remember your own house or you'll remember your friend's house. It's okay. See, that's the way you are understanding. But whatever it is, just post it. You will actually see how it will precisely manifest. Come on. Manoj Selvaraya, just sit to the gratitude space to Swamiji. Just remembering today's form, that's all. You will see Swamiji will reveal to you. Just sit to that space and you'll actually be able to see. Your third eye will become like a camera. You'll actually be going inside the house and seeing. See now. Sit now. Chant Mahavakya. Whatever is coming, do not wait. No. I have to have a golden glow in my third eye. It has to come precise. HD quality. No. You're not going to give any of that parameters to Swamiji's revelation in your third eye. You just sit. Whatever Swamiji reveals, whatever Swamiji reveals in your third eye, you can just start posting.
whatever is appearing, just go on describing it, part by part by part. Please post the answers. So we will move ahead to the next rounds. Okay, I now request every one of you to start posting. What do you see? What type of furniture do you see? Do you see if there is furniture? How is the description? As soon as you enter, what do you see in this house? Okay, wooden floor, rugs, older interiors. Okay. All right. So now since I'm seeing so many of you who have posted, we will be continuing to manifest further as well, like right after this. So this is the first part. So I'm going to be now sharing the answer with you all. As soon as you enter into the house, this is exactly what you will be seeing. So basically, right as soon as you walk into the house, you will actually see that there is a table with a flower plants that is kept here, and you will actually be able to see this is the whole foyer, the front foyer. There's a fireplace, and in the ceiling you will actually see that there's a like a candle light kind of a lamp that's hanging, and towards the left there's a small place like a dining hall kind of an area, and towards the right is the place to the further rooms. So this is the entrance of this house. It's yellow color tiles, and as we can see here, there is this beautiful living room. Right as soon as you enter, you walk in straight to the living room, and there's this fireplace. So this is the entrance of this house. So as soon as you enter into the house, this is what you will be seeing in front of you. All right, this is great. Okay, now we'll take a few minutes and let's verify the answers that many of you have posted. Okay, bright rooms, but I request all of you to get more descriptive. Come on, you should start going ahead with more details, as detailed as possible. I do see Sonia's mentioned fireplace, but you should go on to describe it, because many of the houses will have fireplace, right? So if you could go into as many details as possible, I request every one of you are here. See, as you all can see this house, you can actually see every single detail. So go to as specific details as you can. Ma'am, Istak has posted a tall plant and a stem. That's beautiful, ma. Actually, as soon as we enter, we see that. And you're saying that it's a wooden floor strips. That's also correct. And bushes, okay, bushes designed. Fish tank, dark color around windows, clear color kitchen, carousel, bookshelves, old style. Okay, elderly people style and very conservative classic style. Okay. See, I want to request every one of you one thing. Can I request each of you to start sharing as many details as possible? Go to specifics. Say, as soon as I enter, towards my left, I see a table, I see a plant, and I actually see an alarm bell there. And I see a metal structure that's kept. And then I walk forward, and then there's a front foyer, and then there's a fireplace to the right, and then there's a glass door to the right, and then there's a dining hall to the left. There's a beautiful lantern hanging on top. So go to as detailed description as possible. Whenever we see, we are very vague, and whenever you're vague, right, all um, the whole experience, the confidence you will start doubting yourself. So don't give yourself that experience. I request every one of you to go to as many details as possible. Are you all understanding? If you're all understanding, can I request each of you to please put yes in the chat? Please go ahead and let us know if you have understood. How many of you are committing to go into details when you scan? How many of you are committing that you are going to scan as detailedly as possible? Okay, that's wonderful. Now, let us enter into the next part of the scan. I'm going to request all of you to scan the kitchen of this house. How exactly does the kitchen of this particular place appear? How exactly does the kitchen look? how is the kitchen located, what are all there in the kitchen. And this time you're going to go into detail, like as detailed as possible. Is there an oven? What's the color of the fridge? How many chairs are there? What's the color of chair? Every single detail that you saw, go ahead, scan through the third eye as and when Swamiji is showing you. Go on posting it in the chat. Can I request each of you to start scanning? Are you all clear? Yes? Okay. How many of you are committing to start scanning in extreme detail? How many of you are committing? This time you're going to scan in all details as possible. Come on. I request every one of you sitting here to actually scan. Go into elaborate details. Listen, you should never feel reluctant. You should never feel, you should overuse powers. You should overuse Paramashiva. You should overuse powers in your life. Then only he'll flow through you and manifest. Come on, Manoj Talwaraya and Vikrant Vahaya, Guru Prasadini, Ryuji Aya. Can I request all of you to please scan? All the details that you're seeing, go ahead and put. Sometimes you will even see just the same place that you are in, that same similar visuals will appear. That's also okay. But go ahead and keep sharing whatever you're seeing. Gerald Garcia Aya, Fabio Aya, Balamurugan Aya, Zach Midaya, Pinyu Shen, Samuel Rodriguez Aya. I request every one of you to scan. Balamurugan Aya, very nice. Now go into a little bit more detail. Start elaborating it. What color refrigerator are you seeing? And what color screen are you seeing? See, when you manifest in detail, you will become confident about your existence. You will become so confident about the way you manifest powers. Describe in elaborate detail. Now, I request every one of you to start posting the details of whatever you saw in the kitchen. Okay, I see Gerald Garcia, that's good. Now I'm seeing you're going into a little bit more details. That's wonderful. Come on. And Gerald Garcia, I have a request. As much as possible, do not cover your head when you manifest powers. Actually understand these power manifestation sciences activate various different energy channels of your body. So just make sure that you're not covering your head because that affects your power manifestation. Okay, thank you, Aya. I see you have posted in detail. Come on, all the others, post as detailedly as you see. Okay, thank you, Ma Nyanesha. Ma Nitya Arunachala. You should see, you're putting table, chairs, kitchen light, but that's something common that we'll see in every kitchen. Only when you go to detail, you'll become confident about your ability to manifest powers. Do not be generic, because when you are generic, you will not be very confident about what you are seeing. Ma Prematavasi, Ma Jnana Pradata, come on. Chant the Mahavakya, everyone. Ma Radhika just posted. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Now shall we verify then? I see each of you have posted. Okay. So now we are going to be taking you all to the answer for how exactly the kitchen of this place looks. Alright. So ready? Shall we all see? I see so many of you have given different details. Okay. Now I'm going to be taking you all through the answer. So here you see, this is the outside part of the kitchen, and if you can see here, you'll basically see that there are just 4 white chairs, and this is how the kitchen looks. It's in an L shape, and it's like an eat-in kitchen. And here, so this is the entrance for the kitchen, and here you will actually see so many of you. I see that so many of you have described that the cabinets, everything is white in color, which is kind of correct, because other than this, which is brown in color, rest of the parts are all white in color. And there is, here we can see that there's a silver color fridge, there's a silver color refrigerator, there's a microwave, and you can see complete cabinets. And here there's the normal gas stove. And actually this kitchen has a storeroom as well, a storeroom kind of a place as well in the side. So we all can see here. So there is, and here there are cabinets that they have, which has these trays and various different vessel holders, and you'll actually find the exit, the back door, right at the end of the kitchen. So here you all can see. So you come in straight into the kitchen, then there's complete wooden flooring, and then there's a silver fridge, and then you will actually see that there is these cabinets, and then the ceiling has just the simple lights. And then there's a small storeroom kind of a place right at the end of the kitchen. Towards the end of the kitchen, you'll actually see a small storeroom kind of an area. Okay, so now let us verify. Let us see how many of you have scanned. Go ahead. I request everyone to post what each of you saw. How many of you have manifested? How many of you have feel that you have started manifesting? You've started seeing exactly what is actually shown here. Okay, Purushananda has posted. Oh my god, I'm so shocked how much I saw. I saw those dark blue cabinets and I saw the fridge and how it was situated, and I'm so shocked. That's beautiful. Cylinder has posted. Interesting. I lived in a house with the exact shape and structure. Kitchen white cabinets with a few glass doors and very bright large windows. Actually, Ma, see, that's what I'm saying. Many times we will get the images of our old houses or our place that we know. You should never stop posting, because many times the moment third eye shows, your mind automatically maps it to some place we know. But it's okay. Do not resist. Do not stop posting it, because that's how you will start manifesting. All right. So do not stop. Go ahead and keep posting. Are you understanding? Ma Pushkalananda manifested. That's excellent. Ma Susan Solanda manifested. Ma Purushananda manifested. My Isaac, you should post for everyone. You should drop that fear that you're having. See, you can never try to convince your fear logically. The only way it will work is when you powerfully declare you're not going to be stopped by the fear. Ma Radhika Ja, you were right. You have correctly described the fridge. I see that. And you have put beige granite counter cabinet made of glass and white color wood with glasses inside, electric kettle. Okay, and the fridge was right. And Ma Marva, you have also manifested. You posted, I'm amazed. I saw 4 chairs, plant on the left, white and black marble. That's excellent. Wow. Rani Ayarma has also manifested. And Ma Nyaneshananda manifested. Gabby Hain manifested. So many of you have manifested. That's excellent. Okay, let's see in the male body's room. How many of you are actually experiencing this as a breakthrough? How many of you?
Like, wow, the huge breakthrough that I am having for the very first time. How many of you are experiencing the breakthrough happening to you in power manifestation? Wonderful. Wonderful. Continue this season full. It's going to be a blast. Understand, you're still in this is just day 2. And we are having a lot more surprises in store for us.
Sorry for that. Yes. So now that many of you have scanned, let's do one more round. Okay, ready? Shall we all do one more round? Now, I request in this round, I request all of you to do one thing in particular. I request every one of you to actually scan the details of, see, what you're going to do is you're going to scan as specifics, even around, like you should say, if you take a left from kitchen, if you go in this direction, right outside the through the hall, like when you walk through the front foyer, you will see a big room. And inside that, when you go, you will actually see a laundry room in part. There's a storeroom inside. There's white color doors for the cabinet. You're going to describe along with directions and specifications. Like, for example, if someone asks you to describe this kitchen that you're all seeing in front of you, you will not just tell, oh, there's a kitchen, there's a granite. You will go to detail, right? You will say, as soon as you enter, you see that there is a flower, there's a green, plant kept on the platform. And then you will describe that there are breakfast chairs, there's a bar and breakfast kind of a setup. And then you will say that, okay, just adjacent to that, you will see a sink. And then there's a window, there's a light above the sink. You will describe with directions, correct? You will say, after this is this, after this is this. I request every one of you to focus into going in that specific detail. Are all of you catching it? If you're all clear, can I request each of you to put yes in chat? Go ahead and describe as many details as you can. And it's not going to be just you ending with you telling, okay, this is what I'm seeing, this is what I'm seeing. No, go into specifics. Be extremely specific, like where, which direction you see what, as soon as you enter in the room, how do you enter into that room, and where do you see it, how do you see it. Go into specifics. Are all of you catching it? And I request every one of you to do this very sincerely. Sit and intensely connect to Swamiji. Actually, you'll be able to see it very, very clearly. You're all going to now scan the rooms situated as soon as you enter. Towards your right, from the front foyer, if you're entering, towards your right, what do you see in the house? Can I request every one of you to scan? And once again, this time we're all not going to just say, I see rooms, I see this, that. No, go into details, as many details as possible. So start with scanning as soon as you enter into the house, right? When you turn towards the right side, what do you see? What is the exact setup that they have? What exactly do you see that they have? I request all of you to scan. How many rooms are there and what are all there? Go ahead and scan and describe. Come on, chant the Mahavakya. Intensely connect to Swamiji and go on scanning. Describe in elaborate detail whatever you are seeing. How is the setup? How many rooms are there? And how do you see the setup of the room? Which direction you have to walk? Chant the Mahavakya. Just keep only bringing your awareness on that. I'm going to give you all some time to scan. Please scan. Intensely connect to Swamiji. Describe as many details as you see. Okay, now I request every one of you to start posting whatever you saw in the third eye. Don't worry for, I want to see more. Actually, if you give more time, the reason I'm giving you all less time is because the more you give time, the more you let your logic interfere, do its analysis, do its, all sorts of things, and by then you'll get confused. So just keep your logic aside. Whatever comes immediately, keep posting. Okay. Thank you, Ma. Ma Lita Sege, thank you. I see an elaborately detailed message from you. Okay. Okay, very nice. I see. Come on, I see many of you not posting. I request all the participants to participate. Understand power manifestation is the best way you can have breakthrough. You'll become confident about your manifesting your superconscious possibilities. Otherwise, your mind will keep convincing you that your limitation is only within the human realm. So start scanning. Everett will more details. I request everyone to go into as many specifics and details as possible. Okay, I'm going to verify now. Let's see what the answer is and let's see what we have manifested. So, like the question that I asked for all of you is to scan the area as soon as we enter into the house, and to the right side, what is that? That's the question that was asked for all of you to scan. So, here we are at the entrance of the house, as you all can see. So, if we turn around, so here we are entering the house. This is the front living room with the front foyer. And when you turn here towards the right side, you will actually see in the immediate right that there are around 3 rooms. I'll take you all there, right? So if you all can see here, as soon as you enter into this place, you have this small passage. And as soon as you enter here, you'll actually see the first room. So this is room number 1 that you can see here. This is just about a simple room. And it has no furnitures, just one long window and then as we continue further, there will be another room right next to it. And this is also yet another simple room, and there's another door here in the room, and you all can see here, this is also another simple room. And then there is a washroom or a restroom right next to it. So you have 3 rooms in total. Here you can see the master room kind of a place, and which also has another washroom inside it. And there are 2 windows here. And actually this also has a walk-in closet. As we all can see here, this place also has a closet, a walk-in closet. So you will actually see that there are 3 rooms in total, through 2 bathrooms, and you will actually see that the bathroom has the master bedroom, and the bigger room has the walk-in closet as well. And here you can see just another cupboard or a storage cabinet. So this is exactly what we will see towards the right side of the house. So here, let me see how many of you have started manifesting this. I request every one of you to verify. See, if we have to read your answers, it may take longer. Quickly read through your answers. See how many of you have gotten it right. Wow, I see so many of you have put so many detailed messages. Malita Sege, actually, I want to tell you. Okay, Malita Sege, I'm going to read out the description that you've posted. And I'm reading this out because you have scanned a very particular place of this house. You have posted, as soon as you enter in the house, on the right side, there's a glass door, like a French door, which is white and has glass in wood, making the door look like a glass square. It has 2 panel doors, and this room is large. It has brown wooden floors. It's a living room. It has a fireplace. It has beautiful light fixtures on the ceiling, and in the form of a flower, and possibly tulip. And the fixtures are kind of nickel or silver in color. There are also the pot lights on the ceiling. There are 2 sets of windows at a right angle. One window overlooks the street, then one overlooks the side of the house. Okay, Ma, this might not be what I showed you right now, but I want to share this with you and you can verify it. You will verify this for yourself. So here we are back to this house, and let's actually go back to the main place. I'll show you what you have scanned exactly. You have sincerely manifested, and that's why third eye will never show you something wrong. Because what you have scanned, you have not scanned immediate right. But as you see here, we are at the entrance of this house, correct? So if you turn front, which is the directions I mentioned, facing front, if you turn immediately to the right, you actually see a wooden glass door. The most interesting part comes here. So this is also to the right, and here you will see, as soon as we enter, it is not a room. It is actually another house downstairs, which leads to a living room which has a fireplace, exactly as you mentioned. I'm going to take you there. So let's see here. If you see this, you actually go downstairs. And if you see here, it has exactly a window facing the road, and there is a fireplace. Wow. And exact description that you have given. And I'm showing it to you completely here. You have manifested it so beautifully, Ma. You have scanned the place. Yes, of course, you have not scanned the exact right side that I mentioned, but you have scanned immediately to the right in from the front hall. As we enter, what comes right in front of us is what you have scanned. You can see it here. That is so beautiful, Ma. You have manifested. And that's what it is about, right? You, the more and more precisely you go on describing, you'll become so confident about this power manifestation.
I request all the participants, how many of you are enjoying the power manifestation today? And how many of you feel like, wow, I'm having a breakthrough? Definitely, I'm having a breakthrough. See, if we are not reading out all your answers, we're really sorry for that. We have too many rooms, and lot of you are participating. It's so amazing. And I see many of you, Gerald Aya and Balamurugan Aya, all are smiling, clapping. Many of you are so excited. It's so nice to see all of you excited and so happy that you all are having breakthroughs. Wonderful. This is how actually this season full we are having like this specific power manifestations. And if you attend throughout the day, because we are learning, so every concept you're learning is so advanced. Even if you had done any of the previous seasons before, this season specifically is way, way more advanced. So do not miss out on this season. Do not miss out on any part of the program. We request all of you to attend the full day program as much as possible. That will help you to have a real big breakthrough.
So this brings us to the conclusion of this power manifestation session. And now we are going to be entering to the next session. We learned about universes, parallel universes, vertical time zones, and so on. But why is it that we have to learn about them? Why is it important for us? What do we understand through this? Why is learning about vertical time zones and parallel universes important? Let us now listen to the revelations, where Swamiji is going to be revealing to us the exact necessity to learn about these 11 dimensions and the higher lokas.
Length, breadth, depth, time, space. I have not spoken on all the 11. Now I am going to speak on all the 11. Understand, all the length, breadth, depth, these are all different dimensions, different planes. Space in you. And the space outside you, where you are living. And the whole space is actually one and the same. Your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial makes you feel they are separate and you are separate. Fortunately, your self-hatred is not more powerful than my ability to initiate you. That's the good news. See, fundamentally, Mahadeva, when he describes this Vidyapada and Shivatattva, Vidyatattva and Shivatattva, the whole chapter is called Vidyapada, Mrigendragama. It is actually fourth part of Kamikagama, but this chapter is so independently intelligent, Mahadeva has given a separate title for this as Mrigendragama. How many of you are able to cognize, even roughly, that space is one and the same? Chidakasha. Chidakasha is the space where you are living. Daharakasha, Chidakasha, and Mahakasha. I want all of you to know, if you have teleported 21 times consistently, the Akasha element has fallen in love with you and it is in tune with you. You are in oneness with Akasha and you don't have death. When you leave the body, you will not lose memory. The moment Akasha element, you have oneness with Akasha element, no more death fear. I am going to introduce Mahasadashiva, all his aspects and dimensions. You can see him with 25 heads. I should say, head without third eye is head. The moment third eye is awakened, it is no more head, it is identity. Head becomes identity when third eye is awakened. Till your third eye is awakened, even if your head is cut, no use. Nothing is lost. Because nothing worthy is there in the head. Once the third eye awakens only, you become an identity. So, because your existence is needed. Your existence is needed for you, for society, for humanity, for the universe. Till third eye is awakened, your existence is nothing more than these animals in the slaughterhouse. People look at that only as a next day meal. It's not looked as an animal. Of course, that is not right. That is the next. So you can see him having 25 heads. First layer 9, second layer 7, third layer 5, fourth layer 3, last layer 1. Listen, actually this 25 is not number 25. It is just countless. Any identity is part of Mahasadashiva. Then it is zillion or zillions and zillions. It's countless. I'll explain, then you will understand. Please see this. Below the 9 heads, they represent unit dimensions of the cosmos, like a length, breadth, depth, time, space, the unit dimension. The other 4, don't worry about it now, I'll explain later. Let me give you understanding step by step so you understand it is your own head. Listen. The lowest rung, that lowest line, represents length, breadth, depth. Why I want you to understand, by understanding it you will understand you also have all this in you. Some of your heads are not awakened, that's all. You also have all this. Most of you are awakened only with the first head, that's why only one head length, that's all. That's all you know. In this length and in this length. For all greed, for all fear, over. You know only length. Listen, first unit, length, all of you understand. Your logic. Breath, your visualization or emotion, heart. Understand, as long as there is only length and breadth, only these two exist. But when the length and breadth gets matured to depth, not only depth is born, in depth there are many other things born. Listen, when there is a water and land, these two are separate 2 units. When the water and land gets mixed, not only the fertile land is born, in the fertile land multiple things are born. How many of you are catching it? That multiple things in depth, when the length and breadth operates, the first thing starts is Shabda. Shabda. In depth, length and breadth crisscrossing. Your visualization and your logic crisscrossing. In depth manifests Shabda. Like one man, one woman becoming husband and wife and living in a home creates Shabda. Man is length, woman is breadth, house is depth. It is not just length, breadth, depth. Now the side effect starts. So that is why from the head of the depth, the multi-dimension starts. The next second layer is not called second layer, multi-dimension. Listen, because in that Shabda head, it is not one head, it is inclusion of length, breadth, depth together. So how many heads? So 4 put together is represented by one identity. Length, breadth, depth, all these are unit dimension. It is called Tattva, unit. Listen carefully. Just now you all understood the Shabda head, this head. All of you are able to see the Shabda head. That is 4 in 1. Am I right? Which is not. Listen carefully. To give you the first initial understanding, I told that is 4 in 1. Now listen. Length is 1, breadth is length, breadth plus breadth 2. Then depth is length 1, breadth 2, depth 3. So how many? When the depth is 6, how can Shabda be just 7? How many of you are understanding? Listen. So now, 1 length, 2 breadth, 3 depth put together goes into multi-dimension. So it is not 4. It's how many? Let's calculate. Length 1, breadth 2. So how many it becomes now? Plus 3 of the depth. So then 6 plus the 1 Shabda, the which is outcome of the 6. So how many? Shabda is not 1. Shabda is how many? 7. Listen. 7 plus this 3 plus this 2 plus this 1. How many of you are getting? So what is the Shabda number? When you look, 13. When you look superficially, how it looked? No, first 4. 1 layer depth. When you look, how it looked? 7. 1 more layer depth. When you looked only where it is coming. So the Shabda head is not 7. You see how it describes, when you look in the front, 9 faces appear. When you look in the side, again 9 faces appear. When you look in the back, 9 appears. When you look this side, 9 appears. Then it is round pyramid structure. 9, any side if you see 9, it does not mean 1 layer has only 9. Understand? Come with me. In this calculation, I am teaching you depth. How universe multiplies. How life is multiplying. Shabda. Tell me now. Length is 1. Length 1. Breadth 2. Depth 3. So in depth, how many heads are there? So now this gets into Shabda, where Shabda, when it is, see, till your child is born, he is part of both of you. The moment he is born, he is one independent entity. The moment Shabda is born, he is independent entity having all length 1, breadth 2, depth 3 as part of him. Because he has become independent, he himself has one more length, one more breadth, one more depth. Everyone is catching? So it is not plus, it is multi. Universe is multi-dimensional, not universe. The word is itself is too small. Multiverse is the right word. Now, when time is added to the length, breadth, depth, the next dimension, next unit is time. But understanding this in your cognition is very important. Time, when it is added, time is not fourth head, forehead together, which is not 4, which is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Because time is born now, it is 4. Now, when the time and Shabda gathers, forms Nada. Nada means defined sound. If the time, with the time when it forms rhythmically, it is called Nada. Shabda is wild sound. Nada is language. You understand the difference? Shabda is wild sound. Nada is language. Shabda is wild river. Nada is embanked canal. Nada Kala is pure drinking water. I'll explain about that next. It is in Nada Kala your will is created. Understand, your will does not belong to a language. Sometimes even what you don't describe will become reality because it belongs to intelligence. See, when you create a will to manifest power, your wordings will never be adequate. How many of you understood that? The word you generate for manifesting powers, your will, the words you generate will never be adequate instruction. It will be like a legal document only. Unsaid, unforesaid, foreseen, unforeseen. A person who can bring integrity to his thought current only can experience Nada Kala. Means while you are thinking, completion. Listen carefully. The Nada Kala. Understand, this whole detoxification is to raise your Shabda to Nada, Nada to Nada Kala. To bring you more and more integrated to your thinking. That's all, nothing else. What you want, if you can tell yourself, you can get it because you are Mahadeva. Understand? Length 1, breadth 3. How many of you are understanding? It's not 2. It is 1 plus 1 plus this one, 3. Depth, 1 plus 3 plus what? 3. 1 plus 3 plus 3, 7. Because the moment depth is born, that is 3. the moment child is born, you can't keep him as you want. Because he is born out of you does not mean he will be under you. You always have this stupid thing, equating him also as equivalent to you. No, he is both of you put together and his own craziness. You never value his craziness. Understand? That is why you are shocked when you see his craziness. So now, what about time? You yourself calculate. 1 plus 3 plus 7. So what is the number? 11 plus 11. Because the moment time is born, it has all the identities of this 11 into it. Not even 11, 12. Because time is its own independent identity. How many of you are catching? What is space now? No, actually you will have to visualize clearly. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and count. By the time coffee has come to mind, no, come back. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I am not confusing. I am making you guys understand the futility of your mathematical length. I am just making you guys move to the next level. How many of you are catching what I am saying? It is not pyramid structure, it is living identity structure. See, again it is gone. Tell me now, you are in the time zone. What all you can experience? The very depth of the time. Lengths, all the things. Breadths, length and breadths. Depths, length and breadths and depths. Lengths, breadths, depths and time in time. Listen, I am not confusing you, listen. Length of the length and length of the breadth both exist in time. Length of the length and length of the breadth and length of the depth exists in time. How many of you are catching? Because now time is born, the length of the time. How many of you are understanding? You may think, why should I know all this? Because, listen, even all this being informed to your depth, you will play with the powers very properly, and you will know if at all you are stuck somewhere where you are stuck, and you can just clear it. Understand, knowledge is power. Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. Understanding Brahman, knowing Brahman, you become Brahman. Mahadeva says in one verse, if you just know what gender you belong to, you will simply become brahmachari or highest virile person. Highest virya and brahmacharya, both need not be practiced. You just need to know which gender you are, that's all. All failure in brahmacharya or in celibacy is not knowing your gender, he says. Just you know your gender, you are brahmachari or the most virya person, powerful person. Any confusion, complexity, contradiction created due to sexual attitudes, attributes is just ignorance of which gender you belong to, that's all. Same way he says, any confusion with cosmos is nothing but ignorance, that's all, nothing else. If Mahadeva's 11 gender understanding is revealed to the world, whole so-called sexology and psychology will become irrelevant. That is separate subject. Let's come back here. In time, what all exists? Length's length, breadth's length, depth's length, time's length. Breadth's breadth, depth's breadth, time's breadth, and depth's depth and time's depth. And time, because it is born now. If you both have not produced a children, that is okay, child, that's okay. But once it is produced, it's an independent entity. Number 3, understand, multiple things coordinating its existence in tune with the existence of everything is universe. The being which makes everything independently intelligent but continues to make them all operate as independent intelligence is Mahadeva. I'll repeat. Length is an independent intelligent. Breadth is an independent intelligent. Depth is independent intelligent. Time is independent intelligent, Kala. But there is somebody who keeps all this as independent intelligent and moves them without interfering in the independent intelligence, coordinating beautifully without controlling, leading without bossing. By the innate intelligence, they all coordinate and exist and be part of that ultimate independent intelligence. That being is Mahadeva. Understand? This is the unique truth revealed in Hindu scriptures. Neither personality nor just automated intelligence, automated independent intelligence, inseparable, existing solid personal appearance. Space, if you talk to space, it responds to you directly. That does not mean there is nobody higher than space. There is somebody leading, but not bossing. Who responds is innate part of the space and above space. Is embodied and above. Mahadeva is Kala Bhairava and above. Kala is Kala Bhairava, time. Mahadeva is Kala Bhairava and above. How many of you are getting it? What all is there in the space shall we see? Length's length, breadth's length, depth's length, time's length, and space's length. Am I right? Then breadth's breadth, depth's breadth, time's breadth, and space's breadth. Am I right? Depth's depth, time's depth, and space's depth. Am I right? Now, what will be the number for space? Now, what about the space of the number of time? Time's number and components number. Sorry, the space's number and the components number. Because space is now independent entity. It has its own leaves allotted and its totality. Shall I just give you the fundamental unit explanation? You see, Shabda is sound, wild sound, Nada is organized language, Nada Kala is poetic music, rhythmic music. When the space is added, when the time is added to sound, it becomes language. When the space is added to the sound, it becomes music or vibrant, alive, living manifestation. All the will is generated in Nada Kala and becomes reality. Then Bindu. Bindu means whatever you are seeing as reality in the front is Bindu. Why? What is the energy that keeps this pillar in the shape of pillar is Bindu. Bindu Kala is purity of this, like a source of life, source of visualizations. Nada is verbalization, Bindu is visualization, source of visualization, the cosmic visualization. Amrita Kala is just eternal existence, which exists forever and ever. Just existence. Pure, undying existence. In all its beautiful, glorified form. Now listen to one line. How many of you think Shabda is totality of length, breadth, depth? From that Shabda appears. Listen. Yes. It appears from length, breadth, depth, no doubt. So you will put the totality of length, breadth, depth to Shabda. But it cannot exist without space. That is why multi-dimension. Anything in multi-dimension may be generated from some of the unit dimension, but it cannot exist without all the unit dimensions cooperation. How many of you are getting? So all the unit dimensions have to be present in even the first of multi-dimension. Understand? I am teaching you the tattva, unit of the cosmos. Can sound, shabda, exist without space? In length, breadth, depth, it will be generated. But it will die the moment it is generated. Only if the space, it can hold it and keep it alive. Without space, can the sound be kept alive? Then without space, the word I utter here, sound I utter here, it will die here. It will never reach your ears. It reaches your ears because there is a space. How many of you are understanding? Understand? Only when your logic understands, it cannot capture. It allows the breath, emotion to open up, devotion to open up. When your devotion also understands, I cannot capture it. Your depth opens up. Your depth says, where am I to grasp him? Then your time opens up. Your time, when it goes crazy, the space opens up. The space only creates oneness. Listen. Engaging with infinity is not to measure it, but to get disappeared, dissolved into it. So till you dissolve into it, you have to engage with it. You cannot say, oh, it is infinity, so I am sleeping. No. That is not. You have to calculate now. Now, I've introduced three things. Length of this walking stick. This is length. This is breadth. And this is depth. In us, the logic which moves and makes conclusions is length. Breadth which influences the matter means the cognition influencing the matter, spirit influencing the matter, your activism or involvement influencing the matter, logic, that zone is called breadth. Like art, poetry, music, sculpting, where your spirit influences matter. There is a part of you independent of length and breadth, matter and emotion can create an experience. Like I gave you the example, you may be sleeping on a beautiful king-size bed and air-conditioned room, completely secured by the whole army around you, but you may be dreaming, experiencing a tiger chasing you, sometimes stray dog chasing you in the forest. Independent of everything external, the cognition you generate, the ability to generate cognitions is depth. Listen. Logic, which always concludes, is length in you. Your art, emotion, heart, which you can influence, that is breadth in you. The cognition, which is independent of all these, can create, generate experiences, cognitions, that is depth in you. Same way in the universe. All the forces submit themselves to a logical flow. The whole physics is length of the universe. All the artistic, where the consciousness influences the matter. For example, I give you a boon. You ask for healing or money, something, and I give a boon. Consciousness influencing the matter and altering. All those things are artistic, breadth dimension of the universe.
Swamiji, can you give one more real life example of length, depth, and the breadth?
Which way? As object or as a being or as a universe?
As being.
You logically think, calculate. If you work this many hours, this is the salary you will get. It's a logic. That's a length. How to get the salary without working is breadth. How to take vacation and give a medical certificate and give the salary get the salary is depth.
So one view of ourselves is body, mind, and intellect. Will that fit into just the length, or does it traverse?
No. Body, mind, intellect. Mind and intellect are actually one and the same. I should say intellect, emotion, being. These three can fit into length, breadth, depth. I should say it's a rough equation.
So depth is being, and breadth is
Emotion.
Emotion, and length is
Logic. Intellect. Not intelligence, just intellect.
Thank you.
Swamiji, I have one more question. I've noticed many times when I'm waking up in the morning, I'm awake, but my body is dead as a stone. It's not moving.
That is more of a breadth, not depth.
Okay.
It is like a part of your imagination is not ready to settle with your body.
Swamiji, it looks like that there is some correlation between the different states what we have, like Turiya Atita, and the depth.
No. In every state, all these three are active in a smaller or higher level. For example, in the lower 9 states, more length, less breadth, and almost no depth.
Okay.
Higher states, more depth, very less breadth, and almost no length. Now, with all my integrity, I am telling you, I do not have any words inside. The words I uttered gave a break, no word inside at that time. Now I did not have word inside.
Yes.
Only for uttering it gets generated and gets uttered. Then back.
So it's a combination of a state and your depth, Swamiji?
State alters the length, breadth, depth division of you.
So
State alters the length of the length and breadth of the breadth and depth of the depth.
depth. Yeah. So at a being level, we keep on floating basis our state into different dimensions.
I should say, states influence dimensions, dimensions influence state. If you sit and unclutch before falling asleep, you will not have the nightmare.
Yeah.
If you have a nightmare, morning you will not be able to do unclutching. If you have a Kundalini awakening, you will not have nightmare. If you have a nightmare, then awakening your Kundalini will be a little difficult. So all of them are interconnected.
Interconnected. So at Sadashivam, what we are experiencing is
I
the
am
enriching
working
of
on the
depth.
unit of you. See, unit of you is, you feel I exist. That I. That's a unit of Jiva.
Yes.
Unit of dimensions is a space which I am going to give you the experience. Unit of Sadashiva is Shakti, which I am already working on you and feeding you into which. Understand? More and more Shakti is fed in your mouth, more and more you will feel Sadashivatva. Like if you eat, whatever you eat, that only you will belch.
True.
So if you are fed Sadashivatva, you will belch Sadashivatva. That's it. Unit of Sadashiva is Shakti. I think all of you are clear about these three units. Unit of Jiva is I. Unit of dimensions of the universe is space. Unit of Sadashiva is Shakti. So I am working with, actually all these three are one and the same. Shakti, space, I is one and the same. So awakening them and filling you with that Advaita is the whole Sadashivoham process. Actually, I am giving you some experience, then spending a little time giving you logical understanding. Because of the strength of the experience, you understand it deeply. Because of the understanding's depth, you get into deeper experience. So this virtuous circle, because the experience has started, the virtuous circle is running. If the experience is not there, no listening, no experience, it will be vicious circle. Teachers put you in vicious circle, masters put you in virtuous circle. Yes.
Swamiji, for the depth, you had used three expressions, I think: cognition, consciousness, and being. So
all three different words pointing towards the same experience.
So, but cognition can be good and bad both.
Being also can be good and bad. Depth can be good and bad.
Okay.
The same, when you have a nightmare, you are going through the depth only. It's not that depth is good. Depth can be good.
So, for making it good, the cognition needs to move to more
Consciously, if you build depth, it will be good. Unconsciously built depth will only be nightmare.
For a happening of any event, is there any way to know the origin of that event, whether it is from depth or breadth or from length?
See, never take a decision when you have a mood swing or depression. Because many times you will permanently damage yourself because you are temporarily upset. After happening, even if you know You have taken the decision when you are in the length. It has no use. Anything, whether the outcome is good or bad, strengthens you is from depth. Anything, whether the outcome is good or bad, makes you shallow is length. Even the nightmare wakes you up finally. Yes, bad depth, but wakes you up.
I wanted to ask whether depth is inbuilt in human beings or not, or we have to build it. Like,
You are given freedom. I will not say it is inbuilt. The possibility is there, but you should consciously build. Because many times when you don't build, you just die without even experiencing or tasting depth.
okay. And one more question.
I can say integrity is also one of a powerful way to build depth.
Can you
Integrity is always the tipping point in your life. That's a tipping point. And I tell you, integrity also makes you enjoy life very deeply. For an integrated person, this coffee will taste 1,000 times more than an ordinary person who is superficial. Same coffee, 2 cups. For one it will be coffee, for another one it will be nectar.
And
Integrity matters, increasing the depth of being and experience.
and Swamiji, where do we put aggression and mood swings in? Is it breath or logic?
It is more length.
Length.
Usually, length damages, breath heals, depth makes it irrelevant. When you are doing a poetry, art, dance, music, it heals. Logic hurts, emotion heals, depth makes it redundant, irrelevant.
But you talked about 3 levels, like the one which you gave the Trishul example and being example and universe. So is it that we are being better and better, like going up?
I have given you understanding. For understanding, I use these examples.
And can you explain depth in the universe level?
Vishwamitra creating Trishangu Swarga.
I don't know that.
Vishwamitra created a new heaven for Trishangu. If you are deeper enough within you, you can not only handle you, control you, you can even control things outside you. You can create your body temperature, change the body temperature and make the rain happen.
When we are not aware about this, and then what's our state?
Which? About which?
About the dimensions. What is our state?
When you are not even intellectually introduced and you are not opened your eyes for it. Like how a born blind man, difference between born blind and the fellow with eyes. Ignorance is suffering. Not being introduced to the unit of you, unit of universe, unit of God is torture. Being introduced to the unit of you, unit of God, unit of universe is a mandatory basic requirement. It is a owner's manual for a body. Along with every body, the owner's manual should come. See, it's like a saying, oh, if I have not introduced the owner's manual to my car, what will happen? What will happen? Anything can happen. A Gurukul, the first job of the Gurukul is introducing to every being unit of you, unit of universe, unit of Sadashiva. That's the first lesson. And then making them understand life from the unit. See, if you have to teach physics to the kids, you naturally teach unit of length, millimeter, centimeter. Same way, how you teach units of everything. Liter means unit of liquids. 1 milliliter, 2 milliliter. Like how you teach units. You need to teach the unit of being, unit of universe, and unit of Sadashiva to every being. Not doing is the crime against humanity. Education is an education only if you are educating the units of life. These three are units of life.
Nithyananda Swamiji. Swamiji, I want to understand this depth dimension, the equivalent of this from the modern physics point of view. My understanding might be very limited, but I think, see, for example, what these guys are telling us now is that when we observe certain phenomena, we change the result.
See, they only gone up to the breadth of the physics.
Breadth.
See, length of the physics is A plus B is C, 1 plus 1 is 2. Now, this whole observer changes the result is only a breadth of the physics. Still the fools have not gone to the depth of the physics.
Understood, Swamiji.
Understand?
Yes, Swamiji.
Now I can move my hand and move the sun is the depth of the physics.
Understood, Swamiji. All these mystical powers, all this is completely...
See, I can move my hand here and move the sun there. Is the depth of the physics. Very difficult for the physics to grasp. Even the breadth of the physics they are catching only after so many hundreds of years.
Yes, Swamiji.
Understand? You see, length of the physics is Newton. Breadth of the physics is observer influences the observed. The depth of the physics will be quantum. Not this guys, the quantum word they are using. In this, the quantum word they are using, they are trying to show more an agnostic, atheist way of, this is the way the parallel universe exists, but they are not saying our will has a powerful role to play with the parallel universe. See, the moment you say there is certain will which plays, then the independent intelligence operating the whole mechanism need to be accepted, which is Sadashiva, which they don't want. That is why they are trying to keep the depth of the physics as agnostic as possible due to their unscientific stupidity.
Understood, Swami.
See, what is unscientific? Not exploring because of your vested interests. Agnosticism, removed from quantum physics, will make the scientist a genuine seeker, will lead them to enlightenment.
Understood, Swamiji. Thank you, Swamiji.
Anybody who has studied little quantum physics?
Swamiji.
You can, of course, there I know so many, Rajesh, it's agnosticism. Not letting the quantum physicists do the real scientific depth because of their vested interest of not letting the independent intelligence possibility of existence. They go on denying, not looking at that direction, that parallel universe as a possibility of the will's existence of manipulation and manifestation. The difference between the agnostics and the Agama. Agama is very clear. The depth of the physics as a independent intelligence playing the creation, maintenance, destruction, delusion, liberation part. And understand, I am manifesting powers to establish theism of the quantum physics. The theistic quantum physicist is my Balasans. If I have to define my Balasans, theistic quantum physicist. Actually, I told some of my Balasans, hey, don't write 12th examination. I'll make big universities, give you honorary doctorate. When they bring it, tell them, put it at the feet and go. Don't touch by hand. It's dirty. See, this world needs to know, when the depth is awakened, the education is different. Actually, I am going through the fluttering period of my Gurukul. Means, I am at crossroads. That is why I have to justify my Gurukul so much, and in few years, you will see 10 times longer queue. This middle class Indian parents will be standing here, like how they stand outside the US embassy for visa, for my Gurukul administration, for my Gurukul admission. Now I am going through the crossroads where I am yet to establish, see, I have established certain things, but I have not completely established the utility value of this in the regular life. Once I establish that, then these middle class Indian parents will be standing here in queue up to Bangalore. People will ask, what queue is standing? No, Biddi Nithyananda Gurukul admission opened. So we are all standing for application. See, when the physics is looked at from the angle of depth, with the integrity to the scientific seeking, Atado Brahma Jignasat, let us inquire into the reality for the sake of reality. When that starts with the depth, the being produced is called theistic quantum physicist, my Balasans, who will wave the hands and move the planet's effects, and will always be bound down in front of deity. Who can wave the hands and materialize what you want. Who will always bow down and bend in front of a deity. Theistic quantum physicist.
Swamiji, I want to understand this depth dimension, the equivalent of this from the modern physics point of view. My understanding might be very limited, but I think, see, for example, what these guys are telling us now is that when we observe certain phenomena, we change the result.
See, they only gone up to the breadth of the physics.
Breadth.
See, length of the physics is A plus B is C, 1 plus 1 is 2. Now, this whole observer changes the result is only a breadth of the physics. Still the fools have not gone to the depth of the physics.
Understood, Swamiji.
Understand?
Yes, Swamiji.
Now I can move my hand and move the sun is the depth of the physics.
Understood, Swamiji. All these mystical powers, all this is completely...
See, I can move my hand here and move the sun there. Is the depth of the physics. Very difficult for the physics to grasp. Even the breadth of the physics they are catching only after so many hundreds of years.
Yes, Swamiji.
Understand? You see, length of the physics is Newton. Breadth of the physics is observer influences the observed. The depth of the physics will be quantum. Not this guys, the quantum word they are using. In this, the quantum word they are using, they are trying to show more an agnostic, atheist way of, this is the way the parallel universe exists, but they are not saying our will has a powerful role to play with the parallel universe. See, the moment you say there is certain will which plays, then the independent intelligence operating the whole mechanism need to be accepted, which is Sadashiva, yes, which they don't want. Yes. That is why they are trying to keep the depth of the physics as agnostic as possible due to their unscientific stupidity.
Understood, Swami.
See, what is unscientific? Not exploring because of your vested interests. Agnosticism, removed from quantum physics, will make the scientist a genuine seeker, will lead them to enlightenment.
Understood, Swamiji. Thank you, Swamiji.
Anybody who has studied little quantum physics?
Swamiji.
You can, of course, there I know so many, Rajesh, it's agnosticism. Not letting the quantum physicists do the real scientific depth because of their vested interests of not letting the independent intelligence possibility of existence. They go on denying, not looking at that direction, that parallel universe as a possibility of the will's existence of manipulation and manifestation. The difference between the agnostics and the Agama. Agama is very clear. The depth of the physics as an independent intelligence playing the creation, maintenance, destruction, delusion, liberation part. And understand, I am manifesting powers to establish theism of the quantum physics. The theistic quantum physicist is my Balasans. If I have to define my Balasans, theistic quantum physicists. Actually, I told some of my Balasans, hey, don't write 12th examination. I'll make big universities, give you honorary doctorate. When they bring it, tell them put it at the feet and go. Don't touch by hand. It's dirty. See, this world needs to know when the depth is awakened, the education is different. Actually, I am going through the fluttering period of my Gurukul. Means I am at crossroads. That is why I have to justify my Gurukul so much, and in few years, you will see 10 times longer queue. This middle class Indian parents will be standing here, like how they stand outside the US embassy for visa, for my Gurukul administration, for my Gurukul admission. Now I am going through the crossroads where I am yet to establish, see, I have established certain things, but I have not completely established the utility value of this in the regular life.
JJ, in the Avatar Shastra, it is written that that you are awakened in all the 11 dimensions. So sometimes in those portals or whatever, that time when we see JJ in it, are we seeing you?
Yes, me only. I should say, now you are seeing me in the first floor. If I have to appear in that 11th floor, I get into the lift, which is my Advaita space, doing pratyahara from this body and mind. Go to the 11th floor, come out of that lift. By that time, my color and some of the qualities will not be same. But some will remain same, just to tell you it is me. Only the ID card level qualities will be retained. Others will not be there, same.
So JJ, my question is, when we have such an experience of seeing you like that, does it mean like only, even though like right now I only remember me here, but for all of us we are with you
if you
in
have
all
seen
those?
there, you are experiencing me there also. Actually, especially this teleportation all happens only if you experience me in multiple planes.
But does that mean all of us are there also, but we don't remember it, we're not aware?
All of you are there also and you don't remember. It's unused apps. How in your iPhone. See, somebody gets an iPhone 6 and knows only how to press the number and make call, nothing more than that. That is exactly the way you are using you. The second great news is, even while you are in this body, your parallel universe being exists in KAILASA. You can start importing products from KAILASA through that being into you. It's like you have a company branch in China, India, London. So you can get products from all those countries and get it to United States. You have your parallel universe personality in Nagaloka, in Tapoloka, in all the higher lokas and even lower lokas. Up to KAILASA, your parallel university personality exists. You can directly, through that personality, buy whatever you want to buy in KAILASA and get it imported to this body. I'll read out the question. Do we exist as a single being or in multiple universe, or in the multi-universe as multiple beings? You all open all your three eyes. This is the concept, this is the question. With various words, more than 15 people have put. Listen. Listen very intensely. If you think you need money and work hard, if you think you need money and don't work, you will live as a poor and die. If you think you need money and work hard, Your whole life you may make few millions. If you understand the principle of money and make a bank, you will make a few billions. If you understand the concept of money and empowered, develop the muscle power to play with the money concept, you start giving trillions to others. So it is all about how you decide to exist. Do you decide to exist as a one being restricted to one body, begging for health, wealth, happiness, bliss, completion in relationship? Or do you decide to exist as more than one parallel universe? Or do you decide to exist in multiverse, not just parallel, multiverse, as multiple beings manifesting from one source consciousness, you? Fundamentally, it is your decision and the decision which you support. I think there are few beings who we transform into the path to becoming you. Are they from parallel universe? Yes. Understand? When you want to become me, when I say me, I mean Paramashiva. When I want to become Paramashiva, Paramashiva triggers spontaneously, simultaneously that initiation in you. You just flow with it. Only thing, do not ever entertain abusers. Do not ever entertain abusers. Because if you entertain abusers, you will fall into their trap and they will be initiating you into their level. Then naturally they will push you into the lower lokas. They will take you to the Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala. See, these abusers directly don't jump. They just try to test. If you give your ears to them, then your life is gone. If you stand very clearly with your Guru Bhakti and chastity to the Guru, then the Guru Drohis, the abusers will be gone from your life. Any sympathy you show to the abusers is the sympathy you show to the devils and demons who will simply take you to the lower lokas before even you realize and push you into the Batala, worst Batala. Someone is asking, is only our consciousness will be taken to the higher universe or our body also will be taken? The whole question is so funny. Don't you understand? Your consciousness is really heavy on you. Your body is just like your hair and nail and the used cloth. If I ask you, do you want to drink Amrita? Will you pour your Amrita on your old cloth? If I give you the nectar, pot nectar, will you drink or you will pour it on your old used cloth? Your body is used cloth. Don't think about it too much. Your consciousness, you drinking the Amrita is real need. So now I am going to lift your consciousness, which is the prominent, dominant, important component of you. The very question is out of extreme delusion, because you think your body, you are asking, will my body be lifted to other loka? I can lift it. I can lift your body also. But that is useless. Let me lift your real part, consciousness. I'll show you the 14 lokas. See it. See it. I'll show you now the description diagram of the 14 lokas. Fuel, energy, initiation, conscious Shaktipada and Shaktinipada. Listen, I'll repeat. When you are fueling yourself with a conscious Shaktipada and Shaktinipada, initiation, Tejas, Ojas, Kundalini, Shakti, you are lifted to the higher planes, higher lokas, like Suvar Loka, Mahar Loka, Jana Loka, Tapa Loka, Brahma Loka, Paramapada, and Kailasa, Mahakailasa itself. If you listen to the abusers, Gurudrohis, they will put their initiation, their energy into you, their doubts, their criminal mentality into you, cunningness into you, and they will push you into Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Batala, the lower lokas. So it is up to you whom you want to listen, whom you want to align. I have seen people telling me, oh, when they are depressed, whether I listen to you or to the Gurudrohis, abusers, what is there? I am in depression, suffering. Understand? If you are in, even if you are in depression, if you listen to me, you will get out of it, you will be raised out of depression to the higher lokas. But if you listen to the abusers, you will be pushed into the depression once and for all, and depression will become your conscious living style and conscious genetical code. Don't make depression, pain, suffering, delusion, life negativity as a conscious genetical code. Never allow drugs and the ideas from druggies, because the drugs damages people's brain permanently, even in the hardware level, not just software. It alters the very brain structure. So when those druggies are abusing Guru, doing Guru Droha, spreading lies, rumors, gossips, if you listen to it, you also fall into their lower lokas, which is extreme extremely dangerous. Be very careful about it. And be very cautious about it. How can I expand like Krishna did? Can I experience Vishwarupa? Yes. Now I am going to empower you. Intensely fuel your backbone, Merudanda, you are having. I am going to fill it with Kundalini Shakti, Tejas, Ojas, initiation. Not only you can manifest like Krishna, you can radiate the power of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Sahaja Samadhi like Krishna. See, it's like if you travel to a different country and lived there for some time and come back, how you see the whole your native place new. Same way, now when you experience the higher lokas and come back, settle down into the body, everything will be so new, alive, fresh, living. Swamiji, how to increase more faith? You don't need to increase more faith. Now I am going to fuel you with supernal effulgence DNA and conscious genetic code that will naturally manifest all the best things in your life. So there is nothing like you need to raise your faith. Were humans at one time more evolved and had superpowers? For example, during the time of Krishna, what happened to lose this knowledge and what will be the difference now with this evolution? Understand? Humans always had the possibility. During the Krishna's time, they manifested, it was available. In between, as Krishna himself said in the Bhagavad Gita, Yogo Nashta Parantapaha. Even during the Krishna's time, earlier than Krishna's time, it was lost and he revived. So now again, last few thousand years, it got lost, and now with the grace of Paramashiva, Paramashiva himself is reviving through this Nijavatara. That's all. So it's like revival. Swamiji, I feel I remember glimpses from different lokas and from coming out of the light shaft itself. Are the actual memories or my imagination? If these are memories, how is it that I am able to remember? I am answering specifically to you. The kind of a love, chastity you have for me, it's in your core. The kind of a love, devotion you have for me. When you remember me, I just know you. That you are remembering me, you are connecting with me. When you remember me, I just know you are calling me. So you are that strongly connected to me. So be very clear, what you are having is not imagination. It's a super real experience remembered by you in this plane. Understand this truth. Love has a capacity to break all the barriers, not just among the human beings, all the 14 lokas up and down. Your love, if you build consciously love, using that You can go up to Kailasa or Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Patala. Down 7 or up 7. All 14. You can go just by using your love. Love is the only conscious quality which has a capacity to push you this side 7 or this side 7, any loka. Understand? If you are a great tapasvi, you can go up to only tapoloka. If you are a great brahmanyani, you can go only up to brahmaloka. And if you are a brahmanyani, you will neither want nor can go to Batala. If you are a great tapasvi, you will neither want nor you will go to Mahatala, Sutala, all these lokas. The only thing which has a capacity to make you go to all 14 lokas is love. Love.
That was a blast of powerful cognitions. How was it for each one of you? I request all of you to take a moment and please share how many of you enjoyed today's day. Wow. So many of you have posted saying you're enjoying. That's wonderful. Take a few minutes now, share your experience on Facebook. Yes, all these powerful sessions, many of them are exclusive sessions too. Great. Now with this, we come to the conclusion of today's day. Hope you all had a blast. And tomorrow also, we are going to be having yet another powerful day. We are going to be learning a lot of new things. And we are going to be having a special darshan of Swamiji too. So do not miss out. Please take some time to invite your family, invite your friends, invite even the Sangha members, even if you think they have attended before. Tell them to not miss this one season. This is too important, too special. So do invite them. Now with this, we come to the conclusion of today's program. And tomorrow we are going to be having the darshan of Bhagavan Sadashivamurti. And do not miss tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to be having learning about understanding further on how we exist as Jiva, Jagat, and Ishvara. So please be there. Do not miss. And we thank all of you for being here today. Let's now conclude with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavachi Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu Om Nithyanandam. Thank you all, Nithyanandam.